How's it going, everyone? I hope you're having a great weekend. I'm James Amero here at SwitchWatch, back with another episode of our bargain series where we help you find the best deals on the eShop. Last week was absolutely huge with the highlights of eShop sale, and the good news is that they are still on sale until the 14th of October. So if you haven't checked out last week's episode, then I do recommend you do that by clicking up at the top right hand side and checking that one out. Anyway, let's jump in and see what we've got this week. Kicking things off with my pick of the week, it's Mark of the Ninja Remastered. This 2D stealth game is one of the best in the genre, and the Switch Remastered version has lovely improved audio and visuals. What I love is the freedom to tackle levels in your own way, whether you want to run and slash everything to bits or work in the shadows. A must buy if you like this type of game, especially now that it's on sale. Jordan, Juan, what are your picks this week?
Okay guys, it's Jordan here with my pick of the week. I have to admit, this week's been a tough one for me. Nothing stood out to me as an ultimate bargain, but I do feel I should give a shout out to The Way Remastered. Now, I know what many long-time Switch owners are thinking. This has been on sale more times than I've had hot dinners. And that is true, but since the release of the Switch Lite, there are a lot of new Switch owners out there, and I should give a shout out to this mega bargain. When I initially reviewed it, the game was broken. Literally, I couldn't get past one section of the game due to it crashing every time, which was a massive shame because I was really enjoying it up to that point in this old school adventure platformer style game. But now it's fixed and is cheap as chips. It's less than $1 in the US and even less in pennies in the UK at 93% off. I know most of you have it already, but if you don't, definitely take a look at this beautiful game.
How you doing, everyone? It's that time of the week again. James, my pick of the week certainly has to be Cuphead. Reduced from £16.99 down to £13.49 with 21% off. Not the biggest discount in the world, but any money you can get off Cuphead. If you haven't bought this already, then you need to add this one to your collection. Cuphead is a classic run and gun action game which is heavily focused on boss battles. But what I love particularly about this, of course the gameplay is very addictive, that just one more go feeling. I love the artwork. It's absolutely brilliant, and don't even get me started on the music. Absolutely fantastic. So if you haven't played this one, then you can play it with a friend as Cuphead or Mugman in single player, or of course local co-op. You get to traverse strange worlds, get new weapons and learn powerful super moves, and those bosses are just absolutely incredible, frustrating, but as I say, you just want that one more go to try and beat them. And I love every minute of this game. In fact, I still play it today. So if you haven't bought this one, make sure you download that as soon as possible. Give it a try. Take care, James. Thank you, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks guys, that's our picks of the week, but of course there are other great deals. Shakedown Hawaii is a retro, top-down romp in the vein of Grand Theft Auto. There's lots to do with a campaign, side missions, and of course the ability to just create carnage. I love the tongue-in-cheek humour and throwback style, and on sale it's definitely one worth considering. Anodyne is a 16-bit Zelda-inspired RPG that is surreal and darker than its inspiration. It's a nice 6-hour game that I found enjoyable. For me, this is best played on the move. It has a whopping 90% off, so for under £1 you can't really go wrong. You'll find all of the games featured in the description below. Massive thank you to JoxTreyX for the feedback here. If there's any ideas on how we can improve these videos, then please do pop us a comment down below. We welcome your feedback. Crypticle is a twin-stick shooter that plays like arcade games from yesteryear. It's rough around the edges, but it's all about simple to play and hard to master gameplay. It's a laugh to play on your own, but it shines in multiplayer. Sadly, there's no online, but local co-op is a blast. If you're a fan of arcade shooter classics like Smash TV, then this is going to be one you're interested in. When you look at an arcade shmup, it needs to have solid controls, frantic fast gameplay, and an arcade soundtrack. Overdriven hits these notes and throws in multiplayer, nice visuals, and lots of content with replayability. It's a solid package for shmup fans and a steal at this price. It's not the first time that Steam Old Heist has gone on sale, but in the US eShop this one is a bargain right now at $5.99. It's worth bringing up again. This turn-based steampunk adventure features a fantastic soundtrack, excellent tactical gameplay with lots and lots of replayability to keep you going. I fell in love with it and still enjoy playing this one from time to time. If like me you enjoy a good strategy game, then this one's worth considering. Iconoclast is an impressive feat considering Joachim Sandberg made this all by himself and the passion shines through. 8 years in the making, this unique story-driven adventure platformer features a Metroidvania layout. You play as multiple characters through this story. The Switch release comes with an easier mode and a difficult one, so returning players can dive back in and experience a new challenge. Another Metroidvania, but this time set in the H.P. Lovecraft universe. At launch, Sundered Eldritch Edition had a few performance issues, but the developer has patched it since. At half price, it's tempting. It's set in a gorgeous world and has some great moments with multiple endings and epic boss battles. There's plenty of game time here and lots of items to collect, plus local co-op for up to 4 players. Definitely one worth considering. Spelunker was a notoriously difficult platformer on the NES back in 1983. Mainly because your character can die in any number of ways. Fast forward and Spelunker Party carries over that challenge in an overhauled package with over 100 devilish and long levels. Modern players won't expect to drop a short way and die, and as a result, it's not going to be for everyone. It is very frustrating, but there's a sense of reward for progressing. There is local and online multiplayer, and the result is a fun and frustrating challenge. Flashback came out in 1993 on the Amiga. At the time, it was a masterpiece, a sci-fi story that would make a blockbuster film as you play as Conrad on his epic, futuristic adventure. If you never played this classic, you will pretty much be playing the original as they've kept the game as intended. Difficult puzzles, unforgiving controls and tough sections throughout. If you have played this, then the nostalgia boost will transport you right back in time. All of this at a nice price now that it's on sale. SteamWorld Dig is where the SteamWorld series from Image and Form began. You play as Rusty in this Metroidvania platformer that is well polished. There is a heavy emphasis on exploring as you dig your way ever deeper, gain loot and level up. The pacing of progress is spot on and this is a joy to play. The only downside is that the Switch version brings nothing new. Nevertheless, at 70% off, this really is a bargain.
The caves.
Psyvariar Delta started life 20 years ago as an arcade shoot-'em-up and it still plays great today. It's a tough challenge that is up there with other bullet hell games on the Switch. Quite enjoyed the customization options and that drive to beat your own score, as well as others with its online leaderboards. You can check out our review at the top right hand side. This one's on sale in the US, but remember you can download from any eShop globally. Hyperion Cyberstorm is another bullet hell. Its campaign is a simple affair, but once you complete it you will unlock battle modes, which is where things get interesting. Versus mode and Onslaught are a blast. This one is by far better to play with mates on your couch. The fact that you can each play with a single Joy-Con makes this very accessible. It's not the best twin-stick shooter out there, but it's fun, and if you can play with some buddies and at this price, it becomes a real bargain. Sold and Drop is a puzzle game that doesn't live up to the likes of Puyo Puyo Tetris, but is a nice alternative. You have classic drop connect and erase gameplay with a few quirks in the form of the flanking system that keeps things fresh. There's lots of content here with multiple modes and over 300 levels to play. There's an online mode as well, though I don't think you will easily be able to find opponents unfortunately. When it came out I found the original $30 price way too high. It was dropped down to $8 making it much more interesting, and now it's available for just $2. Suddenly it's a nice game to pick up. Whenever there's an eShop sale, there's always that game that looks tempting at a big hefty discount, and Gear.club Unlimited 2 is that this time around. With 60% off, suddenly that it's quite accessible. The problem is the game's not been ported well to the Switch. It's buggy, there's lots of slowdown and lag input, and it's just not enjoyable. Yes, this is the game to avoid this week. Do not put your money into this one. And that's it from me this week. I hope you've enjoyed this one and our picks. What is your pick? Do let me know below. As I said, there's still a massive sale on for another week. with the Nintendo Highlights of eShop sale, and you can check out our video by clicking at the top right hand side. There's some fantastic deals over there. If it's your first time here and you're not a subscriber and you want to get this delivered to you on a Sunday, then please do consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification to get the reminder. Also, if you do become a subscriber, we're currently giving away a Switch Lite along with Link's Awakening to one lucky sub when we reach 50,000 subscribers as a thank you. I'm James Amero and this is SwitchWatch. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.